Hello, this is Shurena here at the Shurena Drawing School, and I've been asked by my YouTube friend Brett Lego if I can show you how to draw a more scary werewolf from the front, and this is the one that I've done, and keep watching and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, let's get all werewolfy. I got a pencil and a pen and a eraser, and let's get a clean eraser instead. That's a dirty old eraser. That I got loads of them lying around on my table. Never mind about that. Drawing a werewolf from the front. What I'm going to do is draw kind of a circle just to get the kind of the shape of the face, and then kind of draw kind of a U shape like that, and then the ears will kind of come out from there, and then the eyes will come. I did another werewolf, but it was kind of a comedy werewolf before. This one's a bit more vicious, this one. Okay, so this is kind of the eyebrow line, and that's where you're going to want the eye. It's going to have a doggy kind of nose, kind of like that, and then you're going to want a real kind of kind of face. So put these teeth in kind of like that, and then you're going to want a bit of a tongue in the background, and that's kind of there. Now it's going to be coming at you, so you're going to want these shoulders up really high, and then it'll be quite big shoulders it's going to have, isn't it? So big strong arms, and thumb, and kind of claw-like hands, like that. I'm not going to have him come directly at you, so you want this kind of hint of his being a human body, like that. And then he's going to be naked, isn't he? So on YouTube and things, we're not going to have naked werewolves, so we'll put his leg coming forward to cover up any embarrassing bits, and have his leg coming like that. So big toes, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be off the camera, isn't it? Just about, almost. No, that's fine. And then his thigh will be kind of curling up round behind that, and then his other leg will be kind of down there like that, and then no doubt he's going to have to have a tail as well, isn't he? Kind of a foxy tail like that. Good. Foxy tail or wolfy tail? He's a werewolf, for heaven's sakes. Right, now let's start here with the eyebrow. I always kind of start in with the eyes and then curl it around like that, and this will be his kind of evil eyebrow, and you've got to kind of make him look hairy. That's the thing about werewolves. They're hairy on the inside and hairy on the outside too. Right, then draw in these big kind of eyeballs, and then you want the pupils there, and I would put a kind of, you need a little bit of white left there to make it look shiny, okay, because it's catching the moonlight. And then you want another line underneath it, and I would have some lines circulating and radiating around from it. Right, now on the top here you want kind of hairy lines. This pen's a Luma Colour Permanent pen. It's quite good for this. You get those kind of flicks on the end of the brush stroke. It's not a brush though, but anyway, you can see it goes thick to thin. It gives you that kind of hairy kind of look. And then you got to think about the fur. Werewolf, you kind of want the fur sticking out a little bit, like that to start off with, and then it will start kind of curling round to the front. So here it's kind of brushing out like a dog's fur, but here it's coming into more like a kind of a beard. So that's kind of, you're getting the human and the dog, the canine in there. Right, now the teeth, you want nice big teeth like that. And then that'll be his mouth, his tongue inside his mouth. And then as soon as I start shading it, because the teeth start looking smaller. Never mind. Practice gets that right. And then you're going to want to have kind of other little fur marks, and you have to keep thinking about which way the fur is going to be lying. There he is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him dark eyes like that, but leave the eyeballs pale. And you quite often see wolves and huskies with these really weird pale eyes. It kind of, I think it does something, makes it look slightly more evil. Right, and then you just kind of follow it all around with this kind of hairiness, and keep thinking about which way the fur is going to be lying. It's going to be kind of there, and then that will cut back on itself. And then you're going to want these big, long, kind of claw-like hands like that. And again, on the, I should start up here, really, shouldn't I? And keep thinking about the fur and which way it's lying. That will come there, but then this will come over the top of it as it kind of comes towards you. Okay, again, fur and stuff. You just got to look at pictures of dogs and look at real dogs and draw them. And if you want to get really good at doing animals and things like that, you've really got to understand how their fur works and how it lies and which direction it goes, because it's, you know, you think it's all just going one direction, but it isn't. You know, fur is constantly changing which direction it's going in. Anyway, okay, right, and let's give it a kind of a hint of a human body with kind of pecs, and then we're going to want great furry legs sticking down. That will go over there. I don't think which. That will go there, and then will be hairy there, and then you want these big claws, and like that, and then his body will be behind his fingers there. Again, it's hairy, and that will go there, but the rest of the foot will come out from behind there with these great hairy feet. And then you're going to want his tail sticking out behind. And how are we doing? 7 minutes or 8 minutes now? Oh, crikey. Goodness. Okay. You're going to want to have... I'm going to rub out all these pencil lines now because I want to see what's going on. I can do that because it's a permanent pen and I know it's dry. Always make sure it's dry. Now you're going to want to think about that where the lighting and the shading is going to go, but where this leg is crossing over is going to be darker, and I'm going to try and make it darker on the underside of his legs, and so that'll be over on this side as well, it'll be darker. Let's have some kind of a rocky outcrop that he's standing on, a bit of shading there. So this will be darker around here, and it'll be darker down there, and of course he'll have a bit of shading underneath his fingers, so that kind of brings them forward, and this will be shaded by his fingers, which will help to bring them forward too. I think we want to keep making sure we got sort of hairiness all over the place as well, like that, and just keep working on that. Now his head, of course, will cast a shadow on his body down here, so you can put a kind of shadow in down there. Now I'm doing cross hatching, which I hadn't meant to do. And then you're gonna, now I'm cross hatching now, you see. I was intending to do it all with fur, but I don't know. I'm a cross hatcher, that's what I do, So I'm using this cross hatching in here to put this kind of shading Yeah, and then it gives a kind of three-dimensional modelling effect to the body like that. And then if I follow that all the way up there, and that's, I'm going to want some here, and that'll put shading behind the head, which brings the head forward, and I'll give some more in there as well, I think. And again, I'm going to want some in there and all the way down like that. Ow! Oh, I just stabbed myself with my pencil. That's made me bleed. Ah! Right, and I'm going to give him some lines like that. We're probably going to want the moon in the background and some stars like that, just to, you might want to paint in the background. There we go. What's that? 10 minutes, 30 seconds. That time went just so quickly. Okay, well, I hope you like that, and I hope that helps you draw more evil kind of werewolves and things like that. So, keep coming back to the Shoe Rainer Droid channel on YouTube, to shoe-tube.com, where you can see these videos in schools, and keep practicing, and I'll see you next time. All right.